All right, welcome back to Jessie Fit Flows, your home for abs, as stretch, and sass, your cosplay chaos queen. I went to Bronx Comic Con in a pink blossom hoodie, expecting to flirt, support some local artists, and maybe sweat through some glucanes. Instead, I got gifted some glitter, interviewed by someone's grandma, and stumbled into a copyright conspiracy involving DC Comics. I got the tea. This wasn't Brooklyn Comic Con. There was no EDM warehouse where you were baking. There was no sexy nerds rave booth. Bronx Comic Con definitely felt like it was a little bit more family friendly and grassroots. There were tons of indie creators, comic nerds, aisles packed with collectibles. I showed up late and I still wasn't even able to get through all of it, even though the aisles were pretty clear. I definitely got to see a lot of artists and I barely got through one row. Tons of comics, tons of cosplayers. Everybody really brought it, but just like Brooklyn, a shocking lack of deodorant. Guys, I'm just gonna start to bring it and just gift it to everybody. I say this with love and a lot of respiratory distress. Please, 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 just wear it. Let's talk highlights. I met a Black indie woman designer who is just making some comics. I'm gonna link everything below and I'm gonna highlight everything below. She just made me want to throw my entire wardrobe out, everything, and start over. I got blessed by some of the most glam gods over at Adventure. If you don't know who they are, they've been around forever, and they had a shop going on. They were sponsored actually by Tish and Stuckey over at Manic Panic. And if you don't know who Manic Panic is, my stepmother is still scarred by the amount of splashes that I left over when I was a student at LaGuardia High School when I was 15 years old. It's still living in her bathroom. She still lives there. She's still scarred by it. But Tish and Stuckey were the original creators of some of the hair dye that you'd probably see. Probably people like PJ Harvey wearing. I know I wore it. I used to get it at Ricky's. Ricky's is no longer, but they're still running it. So they're, these two very creative forces. I definitely look into them. I definitely support them. It's the same vegetable dye that they've been making. It's lovely to hear that it's still made in the USA. They are absolutely legends, glitter royalty. I was shocked to hear that they're still behind it. But this is where things are going to get messy and where I'm going to start giving you that tea. I met Felix. He is a Bronx indie comic creator. We start talking and he hands me these comics. He is the creator of Punchline, the clown detective. And he has a whole universe where it's a world without superheroes. Punchline, right? Sounds familiar. She's gritty. She's Bronx. She's giving pole heels. She's giving vigilante chaos. There's no fucking Joker in sight. Now, is there? DC dropped their Punchline in 2020. Same name, similar vibe. Their version, she's Joker's new girlfriend. She's supposed to be the antidote to Harley Quinn. I'm not saying DC stole Punchline from Felix. I'm just saying the name's the same, the aesthetics really similar, and DC does have a habit of turning strong, independent women into someone else's story. Harley, Ivy, we know she's gay, but how many villain backstories does she have that revolve around her being wrapped around some dude's pinky? Now, I did film a Blossom workout. It's not going to be here on YouTube. That's going to be out in my list, and I might have filmed some other stuff that's going some other places. So go ahead and hit the blog and you can see all the links for more, and you can read a little bit more. I really want you to support Felix and go see what's going on with that. It's just, this is going to be a little bit more, one of the things that came to my mind is the big lawsuit that is going up against Midjourney from Sony and Disney about how Midjourney is using, that's the big thing with generative art, is where they're suing Midjourney. And I have to just say, if Sony, this is the accusations, I personally don't think there's been an original idea in about 50 years. And I'm not saying that that is a good excuse for anybody to do anything, but this is the whole thing. My Instagram did get disabled. If you were following me on Jessie Flows, you'll have to follow me on Jessie Fit Flows. And now you're welcome. Bronx Anime Comic Con, I will definitely be back. Please think about supporting it, especially since I saw firsthand that it's not just harder for small indie comic creators to come about, it's also their work is possibly being co-opted by big companies who are just not willing to buy them. Sound off in the comments. Tell me, what do you think? Did DC co-opt this clown detective? And does she deserve to be more than just Joker's girlfriend?